welcome back to the Marvel reading every Marvel comic. The last time in the Marvel universe, the Hulk fought Toadmen for a little bit, and then Bruce Banner sent them back. But they weren't really focused on where they. It was mostly focused on him fighting. It was okay. This time we get introduced to the most amazing character of all time, Spider-Man, in Amazing Fantasy number 15. And yes, I read this. This is the only issue so far that I actually read. Every Spider-Man issue from now on. This Spider-Man is the only comic I've read in the past, so we'll be reading these. Amazing Fantasy number 15. Introducing Spider-Man. Oh yeah. Though the world may mock Peter Parker, the timid teenager, it will soon marvel at the awesome might of Spider-Man. Also, in this issue, an important message to you from the editor about the new Amazing. Ooh, that's Spider-Man. Like costume heroes, confidentially, we in the comic Mag business refer to them as long underwear characters. As you know, they're a dime a dozen, but we think you may find our Spider-Man just a bit different. Say, gang, we need one more guy for the dance. How about Peter Parker over there? Are you kidding? That bookworm wouldn't know a cha-cha from a waltz. Peter Parker, he's mid-talent high, he's only professional wallflower. This was written by Stan Lee and not illustrated by Jack Kirby, though the cover it was. It was illustrated by horror illustrator Steve Ditko, who we'll see a bit more of, I think. I'm not sure. I think he did Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. I'll see. As you may have gathered, Peter Parker was far from being the biggest man on campus, but his Uncle Ben thought he was a pretty special lad. You're not fooling me, Petey. I know you're awake and it's time for school. Gosh, Uncle Ben, you're worse than a room full of alarm clocks. As for Pete's Aunt May, she thought the sun rose and set upon her nephew. I cooked you your favorite breakfast, Petey, wheat cakes. Don't fatten up too much, dear. I can hardly out-wrestle him now. The faculty in Midtown High are also fond of the clean-cut, hard-working honor student. Keep up the good work, Parker, and you're sure to rate a scholarship when you graduate. I'll do my best, sir. But alas, other teenagers can sometimes unwittingly be so very cruel to a shy young man. Sally, I was wondering if you were busy tonight. Peter, for the umpteenth time, you're just not my type. Not when dreamboats like Flash Thompson are around. I'm not your good taste, doll. Get lost, bookworm. Look, there's a great new exhibit at the Science Hall tonight. Would any of you like to go with me? Science Hall? Ha! You stick to science, son. We'll take the chicks. Yes, for some, being a teenager has many heartbreaking moments. See you around, bookworm. Give regards to the Atom Smasher, Peter. Someday I'll show them. Sob. Someday they'll be sorry. So they laughed at me. Science exhibit, experiments in radioactivity. Open to the public. Room 30. A few months later, Peter Parker forgets to taunt his classmates as he is transported to the inner world, the fascinating world of atomic science. And now for a demonstration of how we can control radioactive rays here in the laboratory. As the experiment begins, no one noticed a tiny spider descending from the ceiling on the almost invisible strand of web. A spider whose fate is given a starring, if brief, role into star play in the drama we call life. Accidentally absorbing a fantastical amount of radioactivity, the dying insect in sudden shock bites the nearest living thing, a split second before life ebbs from its radioactive body. Ow! A spider bit me. But why? Why is it burning? So, why is it glowing that way? My head, it feels strange. I need some air. Looks as though our experiment unnerved young Parker. Too bad he must have a weak stomach. What's happening to me? I feel different, as though my entire body is charged with some sort of fantastic energy. Honk, honk. Ratchet's Peter doesn't hear the auto, which nearly misses him until the last instant, and then unnoticed by the riders, he unthinkingly leaps to safety. But what a leap it is. That was one egghead who won't daydream anymore when he crosses the street. You can say that again. What's come over me? I'm scaling this wall just as easy as I can walk. Mommy, look at the man walking up the side of the building. That's the last horror movie I take to you, young man. It's incredible. I reached the roof in just a few seconds. What's this? I crushed the steel pipe as though it were paper? It's the spider. It has to be. Somehow, in some miraculous way, his bite transferred his own power to me. I walked down its cables effortlessly as the spider sucked and glided along its web. I got to have time to think. I got to plan what to do. This unbelievable ability which fate has given me. A few moments later, this will be a good chance to test my power again. $100, the man who could stay in the ring in 3 minutes with Crusher Hogan. Full of excitement, Peter races back home and I'll put on some old clothes and leave my glasses here. But what if I fail? I don't want to be a laughing stock. I'll find some way to disguise myself. A few minutes later, I'll try for that $100, Crusher. Well, well, if it ain't a little mass marvel, step up, sucker. Now just relax, Shorty. I'll try to make this as painless as possible. It works. I have the speed, the agility, the very strength of a gigantic spider. Hey, put me down. You win. You win. You're not human. Nobody can do that. Want to bet? Greatest act I've ever seen. Sensational, fantastic, and the mask gimmick gives him just the right touch of mystery. It was terrific. That mask character may be just what I've been looking for. Listen, friend, I'm a TV producer. With that act of yours, I can make you a fortune. Keith and Mass Angle, it's a great showmanship. Here's my card. Call me. You'd be a smash on Ed Sullivan Show. Thanks. They are home. Again. Showmanship. He hasn't seen anything yet. Since I had this power of a spider, I'll design me spider costume. And oh, hi, Aunt May. You looked a little tired, Petey, so we brought you some crackers and milk. Crackers and milk, bless them, if only they knew. Let's see. A spider needs a web. This little device should just do the trick. I'll fasten one to each arm. They'll operate by the slightest pressure of any finger. I'll need a name. Well, guess Spider-Man is as good as any. Looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Still, they laughed at me for being a bookworm, eh? Well, only a science major could have created a device like this. With some strong liquid cement at the end, I could pull myself up anywhere with my little web. My costume is thin enough to wear unseen under my street clothes. Okay, world, better hang on to your hat. Here comes the Spider-Man. Part 2. Now, anybody with intelligence of a 7-year-old knows that if a man appeared on TV seemed to be more than spider than human, he'd be an overnight sensation, especially when his feats were performed without any help of a trick photography. Well, you can just imagine how the public reacted to Spider-Man. I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I still don't believe it. Sure, they look amazing, incredible, awe-stricken, wouldn't you? After all, when's the last time we saw a man with his own fantastic spider web? Okay, Spider-Man, cut. That's enough. Don't show him too much. Leave him begging for more. First TV spectacular ends. Peter Parker breathes the first sweet scent of fame and success. I'm from life. We'll pay any price for a picture spread. Sign with me. I'll put you in the movies. Wait, we want an interview. See my agent, boys. I'm busy. Whew, ready my last. Hey, what's going on? Stop! Thief! Stop him! He's the elevator. He'll get away. Made it. I'm safe now. That cop can never get down to the lobby as fast as I can in this high-speed express elevator. Luckily, that goon in costume didn't stop me. What's with you, mister? All you had to do was trip him or hold him just for a minute. Sorry, pal. That's your job. I'm through being pushed around by anyone. From now on, I just look out for number one. That means me. I had to run you in. Save your breath, buddy. I got things to do. A few hours later, Peter, you know that microscope you always wanted? Your uncle and I bought it for you this afternoon. Gosh, that's terrific. You're as greatest family any fellow ever had. They're the only ones who ever been kind to me. I'll see to you that they're always happy. The rest of the world can go hang for all I care. In the days that follows, Spider-Man becomes the sensation of the nation. Spider-Man slated for new TV series. Spider-Man wins Showbiz Award. Spider-Man plays to packed house. Who is the Spider-Man? And one evening, as Peter Parker returns home from a personal appearance, police car in front of our house. What can be wrong? Bad news, son. Your uncle has been shot, murdered. Uncle Ben? Dead? No, no, can't be. Who did it? Who shot him? It was a burglar. Your uncle surprised him, but don't worry, lad. We got him trapped. He's in the old Acme warehouse at the waterfront. We'll get him. Your aunt is in next door. Next door. The neighbors are looking after her. Wait! I got to go. I gotta get him. I know the old Acme warehouse has been deserted for years. Killer could have an army in that glowing old place. But he won't hold off Spider-Man. The warehouse is the other side of town, but I'll be there in no time. Meanwhile, he's in there somewhere, but he'll pick us up like flies we charge him. Like I do, it's holding off till the moon goes down. Then I ought to be able to slip away in the dark. You never escape again, murderer! Huh? What the? Surprised to see me? Not half so surprised you're gonna be. Gotta get away! Gotta hide! Must be seeing things! There's no place you can earth where you can hide from me. First my web will relieve you of a gun. My fist will do the rest. That that face. It's oh no, it can't be. The fugitive ran past me. Why did it stop when I had the chance? Hate to do it, but we'll have to rush him now. Can't take a chance of him slipping by in the dark. Captain, look! It's him! on a spider's web, and a short distance away. My fault, all my fault. If I hadn't stopped him when I could have, but I didn't. And now Uncle Ben is dead. The lean silent figure slowly fades in the gathering darkness. Aware at last, in this world with great power, there must also come great responsibility. And so a legend is born, and a new name is added to the roster of those who make the world of fantasy the more exciting realm of all. Be sure to see the next issue of Amazing Fantasy for the further amazing exploits of America's most different new teenage idol, Spider Man. And that is one of the best issues of all time. We won't be seeing Spider-Man for just a little bit because Amazing Fantasy was, of course, canceled after this issue. But of course, Spider-Man was so popular that, of course, they may give his own comic book series, but that won't come till later, but not too long. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm not sure what we're doing next time. I think it might be Fantastic Four, or I might get introduced to another new character. We'll see.